Hey, what's up? BK Muggsy here. AKA Chubwap. YouTube. You can check me out on YouTube. Got a few things to say. Well, I told you guys many months ago what Black Lives Matter are up to. And it happened again today. I seen some pictures a friend of mine posted in Bayside, Queens. Now we all know the 5 boroughs. We're from Brooklyn, but we know Bayside's a beautiful area. Houses are worth money. So what Black Lives Matter is doing, like I said they were going to do, and they'll be here. They're getting closer. They want to devalue the houses. And we all know who's behind it, which I am not going to mention. But anybody with a half a brain would understand. So they go down to the shore, whatever it is over there in Queens. And there's nobody there. I remember back in the day, it was a pretty tight neighborhood. So they get to go run around scaring the shit out of all the old folks. That's their tactics to devalue the houses like they're doing. I don't know if you know the stats of how many people are leaving New York because they're afraid. New York City, which I love New York, but I'm a Brooklyn guy. But for some reason, the New Yorkers, the keep it real, the hipsters, they think their shit don't stink, and they're better than everybody. They're the first ones running. They're just leaving. They're multi-million-dollar homes. If you look at New York, it's all boarded up. And it's a shame. It shouldn't be like that. What I'm trying to say is, we must stand our ground. I belong to this group, Gravesend, good friend of mine. And I'm proud to say that it's well organized. And it's for the better of Brooklyn. So I know damn well that if they tried to come in our neighborhoods over here, which they did in Marine Park one time, twice, I was there, they left with their tails between their legs. And nobody got hurt, no bottles thrown, no nothing. So you stand up to them, they're cowards. So now you got the people in Bayside, Queens, all the elders, they're scared. Now they're going to put their houses up for sale. They don't care. They just want to get out. They'll settle for less. So now who suffers? The kids, the grandkids, because that's their mom, dads, that's their nest egg for them to go to college or to maybe open up a business one day or something. So they're going to lose out on hundreds of thousands of dollars just because of the scare tactics that they do. So there's more than you think is involved in this. Many years ago it happened in Canarsie. And it worked. But it was different. It was different, a different kind of thing. So they're going to devalue the houses so the people could run out. And the people that are behind it are going to buy them. And we already know who's behind it, like I said. But I'm not going to mention because I will get thrown off again. And I don't want to get thrown off. I want to be able to speak my piece. And I kind of respect my elders. And I don't want to see nobody lose anything over what? You see what's happening around the country. We got a big election coming up, which is huge. So we have to make sure that we're going to pick the right president, which in my opinion is Donald J. Trump. Now we all know the odds are against him because of social media and everything. Even me, I post things, they take it down. So they'll probably take this down maybe, who knows, but it's worth a shot. So the Gravesend group that I belong to is run very well organized. Good friend of mine, JP, and I gave him my word, and my word is my word. I will be there as long as I'm healthy. Now I'm starting to feel a lot better, and I'm almost back to normal, where I'll be able to at least defend myself, because I'm a little old school. I like to defend myself with my hands. But if I have to defend myself in any way I can. So I don't want it to come to that. I did one in Marine Park, not one punch was thrown, not one bottle, not one nothing. They left with their heads and their tails between their legs, and that was it. Sometimes your mouth is better than bullets. And you have to stand up to them. These are bullies. And we all know bullies, you just one time and you fix them. That's only if they raise their hands or try to hurt you. So we're a little too small for this group. We got cool heads. We know what the race baiting they're doing, and we don't fall for that trap. But I can tell you, I'll speak for myself, and I can speak for many more that I know. We will defend ourselves if need be, but we rather not. If we could do it peacefully, it's beautiful, because I never want nobody to be hurt. I am sick of the news every day. Chicago, Seattle, innocent kids getting killed, policemen getting killed. Over what? Over what? I mean, really, this is going on for 83 days, and what? The president is willing to help. He could end it in 24 hours. But his hands are tied by these left-wing liberals who really don't care for us. They don't care for the country. They just care for themselves. Back in the day when I was young, the Democrats were for the working class people and the poor people. Now it's opposite now. So we want what's best for our country. Am I correct? Now, anybody that's got at least a 4th or 5th grade reading level or something like that would understand that Donald J. Trump best fits the job. In 4 years, what he accomplished, no president has ever done. But Mr. Trump has basically the whole world against him because he stands up. Listen, does he talk? Does he talk sometimes out of line? Whatever. That's the least. That's the least. So he stands up to China, Russia, North Korea. What president does this? Now you look at this Democratic, I don't even watch it, but I hear it. All the stories, my God, where they come up with these stories is beyond my belief. But you got young people that are taught. Remember, you're not born to hate, you're taught to hate. So these young people have no chance if we, parents, is our moral duties to make sure that our kids are being taught respect, morals, the old school. So we must keep an eye on our kids. You don't just leave little Johnny boy in the bedroom and he's nice and happy on the computer and you're doing your thing, but you don't know what little Johnny boy's up to. Maybe he's up to joining some kind of bad situation. Remember a few years back, the computer, they were getting people to join ISIS like it was crazy. There was nothing. So we got to keep an eye on the kids. After all, Brooklyn, New York, to me, will always be in my heart. It's changing, but we can fix it if we all stick together and stand up to these bullies. So, we have to make sure that we look out for our elders and make sure that we, the people, make sure that we get these people to vote. We don't have to tell them. I'm not telling you who to vote for, what to vote. Just vote. Use your brain, use your noggin. I mean, it's not that deep. The silent majority. Well, the silent majority ain't silent no more. I've been away for 4 days last week, and I was in, I would say, a community where maybe 15% of us were white. And I'm going to tell you, I was treated very nice. There was no racism, no I hate Trump or this and that, whatever. There was no high-class place or nothing. It was just a place, an undisclosed area, not in New York. And I spoke to many of them. And I got some input. And I got news for you. A lot of colored and Hispanic people are rooting or going to vote for Trump. So they claim. I came up to them and I asked them. I would not put them on film. I would not do nothing like that because I don't do that. But I just wanted to get input. And I was surprised. So they're on to it. Black Lives Matter. One guy told me, an older fella, black African American man, told me Black Lives Matter only every 4 years to the Democratic Party. He told me. And I said, why is that? Because every 4 years, well, every 3.5 years, 3 years, they start talking about the African American vote. How they care about us, how they're going to take care of the inner cities, and they're going to do this for us, only because they want the vote. They're onto it, which I have to agree with them, because that's what it sounds like when I see on TV all the Democrats. So what have they done? I mean, Mr. Obama was president for 8 years. Look at all the Democrat cities and states that are ran. The crime rate is up the wazoo. Why is that? It doesn't have to be like that. Am I correct? Might not. I'm speaking the truth. I think they just don't care. They just care about their pockets. So they all have it in for Trump because he's draining the swamp. They cannot get no more kickbacks no more. They can't get nothing no more. They can't rob the system no more. Mr. Trump does not have to do this. He loves the country. He could be doing so much other things. You got Joe Biden running for president, and you got a woman who calls herself a woman of color. Well, she'll call herself a woman of color, a black lady, because it fits the first black vice president, whatever. Meanwhile, she's more Indian and whatever she is, whatever. She does not look black at all. She looks Hispanic, whatever. Whatever it is, so be, whatever. Her record is putting people in jail for smoking pot when she was the district attorney. She put many African Americans away. Joe Biden, look what he says. How do you tell people you're not black if you don't vote for me? I don't understand. He sits in his basement. He doesn't even want to debate Mr. Trump. Do we want a president like that? Scared to death? Or their game plan is that they know. And I don't want to say it, but it seems like Mr. Biden, God forbid, has a little problem with remembering, or Alzheimer's or something, God forbid. And then Miss Harris becomes president, which I don't think she can be president because I think something with you have to be something born in the United States or your parents or something, whatever. So Nancy Pelosi would be in line to be the president. Could you imagine? I might be wrong. So there's a little puzzle going on. So actually, even if he does win, God forbid, she would be running the show. So could you imagine what would be happening? United States, we would be third world country. So we don't want that for our kids. We don't deserve it. We're a good country. We're a giving country. We feed the world. We're blessed. God blessed America. The soil we got, that's why we have so much good vegetables, and we feed the world, the cattle and everything. We feed the world. And we do take care of wherever there's any kind of earthquakes and everything, we look out. Which drives me crazy in other ways too, when we have foster care system that, there's things that bother me a little bit, where we could be spending more money. And with the wall, he's got 300 miles already done. It's already doing its job. I mean, what was wrong with that, building a wall? I mean, look, there's good and bad in everybody. I met so many Mexican people. They're good, hard-working people. I would tell Mr. Trump, listen, get rid of every nationality that's bad and don't belong here. Here illegal. And they're bad. Get rid of them. Send them back. But there are good Mexican people, and there's good and bad in every. So I would give them a chance, which I think he's going to do, and let them earn their keep here. And I don't mean to say it like that, but give them a shot. They've been here, they have a family, whatever. They go to work, they pay their taxes. It's the bad ones we could do without. And he's doing his job. So if you look at all the statistics that Mr. Trump has done between rebuilding our military, which is amazing that we don't have to worry about any country ever trying to take us out, because we are the strongest in the world. We have that plane that is the fastest plane. There's so much stuff. We're so advanced that you guys, and I'm into that. That'll blow your mind. So we could take out anybody at any time, all together if we really want. But do we really want Joe Biden to have the code to the nuke? I don't think so. Or Kamala. Could you imagine, huh? That, I don't know if she's, she looks younger. At that time of the month. She made it the world, you know how the women get. That's womanizing, I'm only kidding. But we're well advanced, so I'm not worried about our military. And he's bringing everybody back from all the wars that we don't even belong. And peace in the Middle East. Could you imagine? Who would ever think this? If you have been watching, he's doing it. We don't need nobody's oil, gas. We got our own. I mean, this president has done so much. And to be called a racist is beyond my belief. He has the unemployment rate, all the jobs he created, and I guess it's just a little matter of bad luck. Or was it meant, what China did to us? Some say, was it meant, whatever? And he's blamed for it. They call it the Trump flu. Could you imagine? So, it's his fault that this happened. I could speak because I caught the virus and I lost an uncle, I lost a friend. It is no joke. It is a virus that took a lot of science, but we are going to have the vaccine, God willing, shortly, I hope. But we must stand up and stick together. Before you know it, it's voting time. So, number one, let's keep the elders safe. Let's keep them here. If we stick it out, this way they don't lose no money and they stay where they love. Brooklyn, New York. You're 15 minutes away from everything. The beaches, the city, everything. Why should we let this go? For bullying and for the people that want this to happen because they can't buy no more houses. There's no more room in New York. So we all know who the people are behind that too. It's not only Antifa. Like I said, I told you guys months ago, guy came into Rite Aid, offered $150 to the African American guy to get as many friends as he can to march up and down my neighborhood. Well, sort of my neighborhood. So they could scare people and light off fireworks. If you guys remember, a month before 4th of July, they were lighting off fireworks, bombs, 3 o'clock in the morning. and Midwood. So there's no more houses for them. So what they do, let's start paying people and devalue the houses, and that's just how we'll get it done. But don't you understand? You can't live a happy life off of somebody else's misery. It's not gonna happen. So, I got my beads on straight from the Holy Land, and I'm very happy. I found them. I haven't had them 3 years. I haven't found them. Yep, I am blessed, and so are we all. Things could be worse, but I'm gonna end it with, let's pray for all the cities that are getting destroyed right now as I speak, and pray that we could put an end to this uncalled violence. Let Mr. Trump take these guys out and let these people live safe. They paid their taxes. They paid their dues. Every night. This is 84 days now. Come on. Come on. This is America. Come on. The left-wing liberals, to me, is, I have to say, is like the devil. How could you lay your head down and go to sleep peacefully knowing innocent kids, police? I mean, I understand an African-American man died, whatever. We don't even know the whole story. They only showed you 3 minutes of the end of the, for how he passed away. That's a whole nother story. Okay, all right, we understand you're mad and everything, but why you gotta burn down your own kind? Even if it wasn't your own kind, people work, you take people's jobs, their homes. This is America. I love my country, and I love everybody in my country. But what I don't like is terrorists. And that's what this group is. These groups that are terrorizing these elder folks so they can sell their houses. But no, we're going to stand strong, and we're going to hold on, because it won't be too long before Mr. Trump wins, and hopefully he wins everything, and we will be more powerful, greater, and we could be one nation under God, indivisible, where we could all get along and stop with this fake news. And then, what a world it'll be. Could you imagine world peace? I can. I pray for it all the time. I don't like war. I don't like anybody to die, any kids and women especially. A lot of people have died. Over what? So I'm going to leave it off like this. I'm praying for this country. I pray all the time. I pray for all of us, everybody. I mean, I joke around and everything, but I do have a heart. And I have no problem with any people of color. I love everybody. I was taught to love everybody. But I also have boundaries, and I will not let anybody dictate to me my religion, my anything. And you can talk all you want, but if you threaten my life or you raise your hands to me, I will defend myself to the best of my ability. And I don't like to lose. Well, I'm old now, 51, but I still got some in me. But when you're right, you win 85% of the time. So I like my chances. Well, anyway, God bless all you guys, and I hope you share this video. One love. We all bleed red. God bless us all. Please, let's all stop the nonsense. Let's get America back Let's take back our country and get rid of the evil. They will be sorted out at the end. This is all on video. All these people that think they got away with robbing and looting, federal crime. They'll get their day. So all we have to do is stand together for another couple of months and Mr. Trump win. Spread the word. Look out for your elders. Teach your kids right from wrong. Remember, you're taught hate. I love you guys. And thank you for hearing me out. This is BK Brooklyn on Chubwap. You can check me out on YouTube. Crazy me? Who? You look me up on YouTube. And have a safe night. God bless. And this is all I have for you guys. Pleasant dreams.